create a new application, select Create Case. Select the relevant jurisdiction from the drop-down list, which would be family divorce. Select the case type as contested financial remedy, and the event will be auto-filled for you there as Form A application. Click Start to commence the application. You'll be presented with the scope page there, so have a thorough read of that. That gives directions on what's covered under that application and what requirements are required before you can make that application. So have a read of that. If you're happy with the content of that, click Continue. You can then start by entering the applicant solicitor's details. So enter the solicitor's name, and then add the solicitor organization. So the solicitor organization has to be added by searching for the organization on the list there. If the solicitor is not selected or added from the list, the solicitor will not be able to access the case on the portal. So it's very important that this part of the process is not skipped. You can add the solicitor by either searching for the solicitor name or by searching by postcode. It is easier to search by postcode because it only brings up the solicitor organizations within that postcode. If you search by solicitor name, it brings up a larger search result because it looks for any solicitor name, any solicitor with a similar name. So as I said before, it's much easier to search by postcode. It only brings up the solicitors within that postcode area. So once you found your organization on the list, on the right hand side there, click on Select to add the organization to the case. If you only have one result that comes up, you still have to select, click Select to actively add that organization to the portal. So you'd click on that, and that solicitor will be added to that case, and then complete the rest of the information underneath there. Solicitor's details and references. There's a separate tab there about solicitor's contact details. Again, if this information matches exactly what's already been uploaded up there, still put that information in. If this information differs, where an organization might have multiple offices, the main or head office might be registered with MyHMCTS, which will be shown there. If you're working from a local office, which is different from the office that's registered, you can input that address there. So there's a correct address there for service. Enter your phone number there and the email address. Take extra care to make sure that the email address entered is correct and there's no spelling errors, as all notifications from the portal will be sent to you by email to the email address you provide. So if the email address provided is incorrect, you won't receive those notifications. And then there's a question there asking if you consent to receive emails from the court, so select yes to that. If you select no, notifications will not be sent by email. Click continue to go to the next page. You can enter the divorce or dissolution details. So the portal now accepts divorce, dissolution, so nullity, judicial separation, case numbers are all accepted. You can also use either the 10-digit alphanumeric case number or 16-digit CCD case number. So all those options are now accommodated for on the portal. Enter your case number. You'll be asked whether the FR case relates to a dissolution of a civil partnership. Again, select yes or no to that question. If you select yes, the order output will be updated to reflect the Civil Partnership Act and not the Matrimonial Causes Act. So just make sure you take the right option there. Enter the date of marriage or civil partnership. The date of separation is optional, and then enter the date the application was issued. The name of the court where the divorce application was issued, and at what stage the application is reached. So if we click on the drop-down list, there's three options there: application issued, final order, or decree nisi. So select the relevant option from the list there. Take into account the new naming convention, which is for under the new divorce law. So we now have the petition referred to as application. The decree nisi is now called a conditional order. and the decree absolute is a final order. So if we select application issued, you can then upload a copy of that application as evidence. Same thing if you selected conditional order or final order, you have to upload a copy of that order to the portal. Enter the parties' names. You'll be asked if the respondent is represented or not. So if they are not represented, you select no. You can enter their address for service there. If they are represented, select yes, and you can add the solicitor to the case. Again, making sure that you select the solicitor from the organization list, do the search, click select to add the solicitor to the case. Enter the reference if you have one. Solicitor name. And then the solicitor firm. And again, as we said with the applicant solicitor, you have to add the address in there twice, just in case this does differ from the office that's been registered. So select the relevant address there and enter the email address. Again, making sure that there's no spelling or typing errors within that email address. Once you're happy with that, click continue and select the nature of application. You then be asked whether the application is suitable to be dealt with under the fast track. So select yes or no. If you select yes, you can then select which of those options apply. Otherwise, you can select no and continue. You'll be asked whether the application should be allocated to the complexity list. Again, select the relevant answers to you there, yes or no, or if you're not sure, say you don't know. And then the estimate of the assets in the case. So select the relevant option there. And then the net value of the home. So put again the amount in there. You then be asked whether there are any potential allegations or issues which may arise in the case. So there's a list of options to select from there. If you're not sure, you can select not applicable. Otherwise, select one of those options listed on that list. You can then choose the financial remedy to which you wish to make the application. So what's your nearest court? And then there's more information there required just in terms of attending the hearing. Is there any special measures required in a case? Any special facilities required for either parties? You can put that information in there. And also, if there's any reason why the hearing should not take place at a specific court, you can then there's an opportunity for you to enter those reasons there. Otherwise, you can select no and continue. You then be asked to enter the MIAM information. So if you've attended MIAM, you'd select yes. Continue, and you can enter your MIAM information there. If you haven't attended MIAM, you'd select no. You'd be asked if the applicant's claiming exemption. If you select no and try to continue, you won't be able to continue. So if you select yes, you then be asked another question asking whether the applicant, family mediator has informed the applicant that a mediator's exemption applies. So yes or no to that question, and then you can continue. So if we go back and say yes, again, you'd enter your details in there. You then be asked if you have any other documents you wish to upload to the portal. So if you select yes, you can then select add new to upload any other documents. So choose file. Select the document type. So if you're uploading an allocation questionnaire, and statement in support of NPS. If you wish to make a maintenance spending suit application, you also need to upload a D11 together with the application. So as well as uploading a statement in support, you'd also upload a D11 just to show that you do intend to apply to proceed with applying for a maintenance pending suit. Click continue. You'll be shown your FRC information there. If you wish to contact the FRC, click continue, and then all your answers will be played back to you. So at that point, you can review your answers, make sure you've entered all the correct information. If you're happy with all the information that's been entered there, click submit, and the application will be submitted.